easy to use, easy to understand, easy to navigate. It's safe and secure. Every once in a while, there's odds, boosts, and specials. Check those out. When you win, you get paid fast. Lock in your same-game parlay on FanDuel. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up with the promo code Doug for your first no-sweat bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Doug. FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
Let Savvy Sliders cater your next event with Savvy Holiday Party Packs. And enjoy your choice of 24 gourmet sliders or 36-piece hand-breaded chicken fingers for only $59.99. Click on SavvySliders.com to find a location near you and register to win your own party pack.
Where can you wrap up your holiday shopping and unwrap the holiday spirit? Lowe's, actually. Explore the wonder of Winterfest at Lowe's. Find unbeatable deals on unbeatable gifts like the latest tech. A Google Nest Smart Thermostat was $129.99, now $89.99. Or save $100 on a Blackstone 30-inch flat-top grill, now $299. Celebrate the season and check off all of your holiday shopping at Lowe's. Home to any possibility. Offer valid to 12/24 while supplies last.
Here's to Prilosec OTC. Without Prilosec, I wouldn't be able to enjoy all this yummy holiday food. Speaking of, whoever made that apple pie, delicious. Thank you. I just take one pill each morning and zero heartburn all day. So cheers to Prilosec OTC. Ooh, are those jalapeno poppers?
Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid that can cause heartburn, so you can enjoy the holidays. One pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
When temperatures drop, COVID-19 cases may rise. So if you test positive and are at high risk, act fast. Even if your symptoms feel mild, ask your provider if an authorized oral treatment could be right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Now latest on your Detroit Lions. Download Necessary Roughness with TJ Lang and John Jansen today. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
The telephone number 248-539-9797. I don't remember if we were asking this question on the air, off the air, but Jameson Williams played 13 snaps.
13 snaps. Okay, so what do you have, 9 or 10 last week?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the air. So they're going to ramp him up slowly. And his first one was kind of the one that really mattered.
He did drop.
He did, yeah, a little wide receiver screen. Yeah, he started looking at the defense a little bit.
All right. There was only one defensive player who played 100% of the snaps. You know who that is? Yes.
One defense, Alex Anzalone.
Incorrect. He played in 97%.
Okay.
There were 65 defensive snaps. This one player played in all of them.
Aiden Hutchinson.
No. Kirby Joseph.
Oh, okay.
Aiden played in 91%. That's right. Get back.
Yes. I wish he had a little bit more support over the top for Justin Jefferson on a couple of them, but still a young player.
He did recover the fumble, though, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That's what he does.
Yes.
Let's go to Mark in Detroit. You're 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, good morning. How y'all guys doing?
Good, Mark. How are you?
Doing pretty good. The Lions are playing pretty good ball right now, and that's an encouraging thing, especially going forward. But I still don't see them making the playoffs, winning out. Especially winning out is part of the equation.
Yeah.
I don't know if they got 4, maybe 5 games left. I see maybe winning 2, maybe 3 of those games. Maybe ended at 8-9, maybe 7-10. So with that being said, if they have to win out to make the playoffs, I don't foresee that. But going forward, as long as they keep this trend on the upper climb, it looks like a pretty good, bright future. Now, to piggyback on the quarterback situation with Goff, Goff has definitely changed my mind. I thought maybe this year would be the year you put him on the trading block. draft a quarterback or, do some type of trade to get another quarterback in here. But he's playing pretty good, so to keep him around maybe 1 year or give him a contract extension for maybe 2 years, that'll give us a little bit more time to draft a quarterback to come in to take over once he is gone. I like the thought maybe drafting a quarterback this off-season draft. I don't know the prospects of good quarterbacks, but we need whatever we do when it comes to the quarterback, we definitely need somebody that's going to be ready to continue the upper climb. We don't need to go backwards. We got to always go forward.
That's the one problem. That's why you don't get a rookie in here to start next year, because he would take automatically. Just even if the guy turns out to be good, first-year quarterbacks for the most part struggle. Taylor Decker, he was the guy who, of course, said we're not the frickin' same old Lions after the Buffalo game.
Right.
And some people loved that. Some people thought it was ridiculous. He was pretty vocal in the locker room yesterday, and because he knew that the Vikings were there. They even said it's, T-shirt and hat day.
Maybe my whole career. I mean, we've had some success, my rookie and second year, but I mean, we're playing about as confident a ball as I've ever seen around here. And like I said, just playing the games that we want to play and winning it how we want to win the games. And week in and week out, we got these big challenges. I'm sure they got the NFC North shirts and hats in their locker room.
They were calling it a T-shirt.
And it was a challenge for us. I mean, we met it head on. Didn't even blink. I mean, it's huge.
And what about those comments after the Buffalo game?
I think I've earned the right to give my opinion on that. And I just I feel like I know what it looks like. So tough look for Jalen Reagor this week, huh?
Jalen Reagor, who guaranteed it. Yeah. Here's more from Decker on that.
No, because like I said, we're going to go out there and we're going to do what we do. We're going to play our game, and it's not going to change what we do.
I love it. Asked if he was coming. It's so funny because I was asking one of my friends when I was home this weekend. I said, Jalen Reagor guaranteed. Jalen Reagor, that guy's even lucky to be in the league because they can't stand him in Philly because they took him instead of Justice Jefferson.
I love Taylor Decker, man. Yes. The smack talk. I like it. The confidence and a little bit of Triple H in him.
I know. I thought the Aiden Hutchinson had some interesting comments as well. Becoming the Lions, the team that this city needs.
We're becoming the team that Detroit has always wanted, and we had the rough start to the season, but I mean, we're going to close this season out and see how far we can go.
Now, I don't know why he was asked this, but he was asked if this was a revenge tour.
No revenge tour. No, I'm not. I was a freshman in the revenge tour. I was young. I wasn't a part of it. We're just here playing great football, and we got no revenge. We're just a determined football team.
And as far as Reagor's guarantee,
I didn't even hear that. He said that. When did he say that? Early this week? Really? Oh no, maybe he was feeling some type of way, but I don't know. Well, here we are now, having won the game. You don't look great after that.
And here's Jared Goff on, people maybe putting their, their voices out there when they shouldn't be.
Yeah, it feels good. It makes me feel like we're making a lot of people eat what they said, mostly. We know who we are and we know what we can do. And, things sucked early on, obviously. And who knows how long that could have lasted, right? But trusted ourselves, trusted the work we put in, trusted Dan, trusted the coaching staff, and have, we're almost back to 500 now. And who would have thought that at 1-6? It would have been a long way to go. But with that being said, we're 6-7, and the reality is we still have to win quite a few games to get into the playoff.
And that's true. Yeah, they were obviously happy, but they're measured, which is what they should be. But you're right. I like Taylor Decker not taking any crap.
No, it's great to hear that, and shoot back a little bit of a guy's comments of whether it's T-shirts and hat day or it's guaranteeing a win, and I love the fact too that he said hey, it didn't play a factor in the game, because I've always been a proponent that bulletin board stuff, you can talk about it before and you can talk about it after, but during the game, it's a non-factor.
You're not thinking about it. Now, if he gets the ball and you tackle him for a loss, you might want to, say something to him, about
sure,
that.
Then you can get a personal foul, and then you could end up like the Rams.
No, I know, but I'm not saying you don't have to taunt.
Is that
just
maybe
say
one of the worst penalties that you've ever seen?
Yeah.
At the end of the Rams game when they knocked the ball out of the Baker Mayfield's hand.
Well, he had a practice squad player yesterday who suited up for the Lions. He got a taunting penalty on a special teams play.
Yeah, hopefully he's looking for work today. That was awful.
I know.
Awful. You get a fake punt that goes, and then all of a sudden you get a guy, and I don't even know his name. Number 33. They're like, Jack said, "Hey, Dad, who is that?" I said, "I don't care, and don't bother learning his name because he should be gone." It wasn't even a factor in the play. He's backside, way backside, and then it cost the Lions 15 yards. Get out of here.
It's the third Jay Williams on the team.
Fine.
Here's some ticket text. The Lions have their Cooper Kupp and studs in the trenches already. The Rams Holmes took it to the next level, trading their draft picks for established players to take it to the next level. Are Lions fans making a mistake focusing on the draft and not potential trade targets instead?
So that's something I think maybe we talk about later in the week because the upbringing of one Brad Holmes is, and there were T-shirts made last year, F the picks.
Right.
How upset, like right now, but that's his upbringing.
True.
That's Les Snead is who he learned from.
Right.
Right now, they've got great draft capital, and he has had really good success over the length of the draft. Not just at the top of the draft, but the length of the draft. Would you be okay with him having that same concept of F the picks and trading away that draft capital for established veterans?
Depends who the veteran is.
I know, but that's...
are you, for instance,
or is now not the right time to do it?
I think maybe we're a year away from that. But, for instance, Roquan Smith, if the Ravens don't re-up him, and I don't know if they can afford it with Lamar Jackson that they're going to have to sign, he's a free agent out there. You don't have to... There are people out there you don't have to even... You can get without even giving up the capital.
Possibly.
In the end, you're right. It's when you go all in.
Right.
And how all in do you go?
Yeah.
Nobody ever went more all in than the Rams.
Yeah.
They sold their soul to try to win a championship, and it worked.
Exactly.
So you can never take away. You can, years down the road, I just think no matter what, it's game, set, match. Les Snead won and Sean McVay won. Sean McVay probably talked to Les Snead. You could see the writing on the wall in the last few games with Goff. And I think Goff's confidence was destroyed. And I think that's back now, which is encouraging for here. But they won. They won, man. So no matter what happens to that franchise, and they're in a world of trouble. I've heard stuff about Stafford retiring.
I know.
Yeah.
So what?
Right. They won. They won. They always say it's a win-win. Yes, the Lions did well, but unless the Lions win a Super Bowl, the advantage will always go to the Rams.
Thought if I had a little better quarterback, I could win it all. And he was right. And as much as I hate saying that about him.
Trust me, I do too. But if Brad Holmes is able to parlay those draft picks, Jameson Williams, and whatever they do with them this year, into something that is more sustainable than a one-off.
Yeah, but the bottom line is the Lions...
You've got to get to the one first. I'm not saying...
The Lions must win one Super Bowl and then be better than the Rams the next 5 years for the Lions to have won that trade.
Or just
better
than the following year.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be 5 years.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But okay, you hear what I just said.
They have to win a Super Bowl. 248-539-9797. I want to tell you about the great folks at Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness has helped me lose lots of weight, and I was in Philadelphia over the weekend, and some of my relatives said, "Oh my God, Stoney, you look like you lost a lot of weight." I said, "Damn right I did, thanks to Planet Fitness." Planet Fitness having a special deal. It's the 12 Days of Fitness. That's right. Join for $1 enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Home of the judgment-free zone. Love working out in the clean environment. the 30-minute circuit where you get all the great weight training for just 30 minutes, obviously, because you get to use everything. You go from one to the next, and then boom, half hour, you're done. You get all of it, like I said, $10 a month. I love it. Go work out after the show all the time. You can join online at www.planetfitness.com or go to any club, and there's over 50 convenient locations in the Metro Detroit area. It's the 12 Days of Fitness. Celebrate at Planet Fitness.
Tristan Crick will take you over. Tonight's Monday night game features the Pats versus the Cardinals. Here is an interesting trend. The Cardinals have not been great at home under Cliff Kingsbury, and no one has been better in Arizona than Bill Belichick. The Patriots are 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 games against the Cardinals in Phoenix. Seems like the Pats love the desert, so look for them to cover the spread tonight. I'm Trista Crick, helping you beat the books.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7, with supplies and solutions for every industry, and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, here's a holiday gift from Bed Bath & Beyond. Between now and Christmas, get 25% off your entire purchase by texting JOY to 239663. That's 239663. New offers every day at Bed Bath & Beyond. Exclusions apply. See website for details.
At Ford, we know a thing or two about strength in what we build and in the city of Detroit. Because we know we're at our best when we come together. Whether that's on the football field, the assembly line, or working to make our community a better place to live. That's why we at Ford have proudly invested in this place we're even prouder to call home. By creating hundreds of jobs at our new Rouge electric vehicle plant. By helping build a campus, neighborhood, and urban center of the future at Michigan Central Station. And continue our commitment to doing the hard work that will always set this place apart. So if it's strength, forward progress, and momentum you're looking for this Sunday, you don't have to look all that far to find it. It's right here at home, and it's being built Ford proud.
Hi, I'm your unused PTO. It's almost the end of the year, and if you don't put me on a timesheet, I will be gone forever. Use me or lose me. Let's get away.
It's getaway time. Get our best deals of the season on a new Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $500 bonus cash on select vehicles. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends 1/3/23. Call 1-562-314-4603 for complete offer details.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC part solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
A station where your opinion matters.
97.1 The Ticket.
Off play action fake. Time in the pocket. Looks. Throws deep downfield. Got a man wide open. Inside the 5. Caught. End zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Jameson Williams. Welcome to Detroit, young man. How about that? 41 yards. That's the 12th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. He's keeping that football in his hands as well.
248-539-9797 is the telephone number. He was a little open.
Yeah, wide open. And
I heard
his celebration was really cool, too.
I know. I heard somebody say, oh, Goff, he didn't lead, didn't hit him in stride. When you're that wide open, you just get him the ball. I mean, it was the same thing like Harbaugh's trying to tell J.J. McCarthy.
You don't have to be perfect.
No,
just put it on him.
Exactly. A couple of ticket texts, and we'll go to the phones at 248-539-9797. So much fun yesterday. I apologize to the Minnesota fan next to me, the father of number 71, who was Darisaw, who did not play, which obviously helped the Lions as well, too. Saying, I'm sorry, we don't know how to act with a winning team. I did a 180 on Campbell.
Yeah, I know. It goes to the, hey, hand the ball to the official, act like you've been there before. Yeah, it's hard to do that as a fan because it's been a while since we've been there.
All right, speaking of the fans, my one negative thing from yesterday. Just one.
Gotta have one.
Yes, have to have one.
Gotta have one.
And you'll probably agree with me because you're a member of the offensive. No, you're going to agree with me.
Okay.
66,000 people there. Don't do the freaking wave when the offense has the ball. I mean, it was like ridiculous.
Don't celebrate too much. Yes, hey, celebrate, but only when we want you to celebrate.
No, come on. You have to. Your brethren in the offensive linemen are pleading with the crowd to shut up.
I get it.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not going to complain about that. Hey, it's been so long since the fans have had a 5 out of 6, whatever it is that they're winning. Let them have the moment, man.
Yeah, till one of your guys has a false start, and then you're going to blame the fans.
Hey, hold your water.
I believe this will be addressed in the next season of Fansville.
I'm on the fence on this one because I totally hear what John's saying, that people don't know what they're doing with themselves. At the same time, I noticed it in the background, and I'm like, the Lions have the ball. Why are they doing the wave?
Yeah.
You don't do the wave when you have the ball.
I get it. All right. It could be just a one-off. All right. Let them have their moment.
I just said I had one negative thing, and that was it.
What was the? Was there a "Let's Go Lions" chant going on?
Oh,
too?
Yeah, when they had the ball, they were making more noise when the Lions had the ball, except on
because it was exciting. Let them have their moment. Okay, if it happens in an NFC Championship game. All right, at that point, I think there's been enough moments the fans will understand.
There's a reason why they have to put up on the scoreboard, quiet offense at work. Okay? They don't do that for...
He's right about this, but...
I'm not saying you're wrong, but give them the moment!
I'm not saying it's a huge deal. I just said it's one negative thing. That's all. You're
going forward, Lions fans. That's the lesson learned here. Exactly. Yesterday, you could do it because you still got to learn. You're still coping with the past versus what's going on here. I mean, I'm getting the text yesterday, and this is... I think this is Greg's favorite thing in the world. I got 2 texts yesterday from friends. We have a football team. Well, what are they then?
Yeah.
Okay? But I get what they're saying. Right. It's a figure of speech.
Yes.
Right.
I think it's Goff, in my opinion, as far as the 180. We offer an extension about $30 to $40 million a year, 2 or 3 year extension.
30 to 40, that's a wide range.
Yeah. 30 would be.
He's at 30 right now.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna extend him, he's obviously gonna expect a little bit of a bump.
Be interesting to see his perspective on this if it actually gets to a point of negotiations. Because he might be willing to, he might be happy here.
Yes. He might be wanting to dance the dance and say, you know what, I like that he was putting these weapons around me.
The hometown discount.
I'd like to hear him open up more about how he'll never be completely raw how he felt. He was kicked to the curb.
Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't, McVay didn't call him ahead?
Yeah, allegedly.
You know, that...
Well, allegedly, I mean, McVay pretty much admitted to it. He didn't say the exact words, but he did say, I wish I would have handled it better.
Yes, exactly. What do you guys think is the one defining moment that turned the Lions around this year?
Oh, boy. I don't know. I mean...
It's stopping the Packers at the end of the game. It is. Everybody thought they'd lose that game.
That's true.
Or it's, coming back from 14 on the road at Chicago. And that gives you the confidence. Not only,
the missed extra point by the Bears.
Was it the Okuda pick six? Okuda.
Yeah, the Okuda pick 6. I mean, that could be the moment because, okay, yeah, they won at home. We saw them win at home in week 2 against Washington.
But then the Bears go right down 3 plays later and score a touchdown, though. Fields ran for like 65 yards.
I'm going to go back to my 180. It's what Sheila did. She gave the dreaded what we thought was vote of confidence, and she doubled down on the plan when people were starting to panic.
If the Lions would have just won 2 games out of the first 7 instead of 1, they really be in a great position to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
With that being said, they're not going to make the playoffs this year. Right? You're probably correct. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, that team just beat Minnesota. Marcus in East Point, you're 97 on the ticket.
Man, you guys posed good questions this morning.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, the defining moment is that's a couple of different plays that I could think of, but I think the Puda pick six would be the one for me.
Okay.
Even though I felt like even though we were down in that game, they were always right there to take it, and they took it. You guys asked a question about the draft pick capital and mortgaging that capital for some free agent studs. I don't know. I like the way this team is being built with these young guys. I don't want to see an older guy come in and I won't say disrupt the. I mean, they're all players and they're gonna get on the field together. But I like the way they're building. I would like to see them put 2 young defensive players on that team with those first two picks, and however they think is best afterward. And I wouldn't be against extending Goff for 3 years, as long as it's not more than that. You know, if he has to get overpaid a little bit, that way we can still draft a quarterback that stays under the rookie salary, and it doesn't cost us a lot of money to keep another quarterback.
That's true. That's a great point. Somebody else somewhat agrees with you, Marcus. Whether you're good with him being here behind 23 or not is irrelevant. Brad Holmes was involved in drafting Goff with the Rams and loves him. He's going to get an extension at the end of the year, and in the long run, it might be the best thing for the franchise. They can now focus on becoming an elite defense, which will go a long way to making them a championship contender. Got to focus on defense.
Yeah.
Because as good as the offense is, the defense has gotten a little better, but it's not great yet. No quarterback is worth being drafted this year. The name I keep seeing is Will Levis, your prototypical white guy that gets elevated because of his stature. If you can't get Bryce Young, hold out for Caleb Williams and keep Goff for another year.
Okay.
You're not going to if they're in position to get Caleb Williams next year, then they're in trouble.
You're blowing things up.
They are in trouble. Oh, I was talking to somebody over the weekend about Will Levis. He goes, man, I went to Penn State. That dude couldn't even beat out Sean Clifford. How the hell is he the top 10 pick?
That's where I'm, all of a sudden coming into this year, people are talking about Will Levis. Well, Will Levis transferred because he couldn't get on the field.
Right.
And, I mean, okay, so did Joe Burrow.
Right.
So that's the argument to that is just because it doesn't work out at one place, you can't find a way to get on the field, doesn't mean it can't work out somewhere else, and then you can go on to have a good start to your NFL career.
Let me ask you guys a question. Who's the favorite right now to win the NFC North in 2023? Well, I think it's the Lions. I do. I think Vegas would set it at the Lions, or they would be equal with the Vikings.
I think pretty close to it's either them or the Vikings. I think the Vikings.
I personally believe right now the Lions should. Now, the one thing that could derail that is the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
As they are right now, I feel if Jared Goff got hurt, they'd be screwed. They could yuck up some wins. But the bottom line is, to win the division next year, Goff's your starter. They better have themselves a quarterback backing him up that's capable of, that's why I would go out, I'd be all about getting a vet who could really be a legitimate backup, because you don't want to count on a Brock Purdy, or a rookie
to find the magic
step into that. Because then because if you suffer the injury early in the year, maybe later in the year the young guy can come in and do something. Early in the year, you're expecting an awful lot.
Speaking of Brock Purdy, you know what happened in that game yesterday? First time in NFL history that two Mr. Irrelevants played against each other. Ryan Suckup was Mr. Irrelevant in Tampa.
I'll say this too, man. We were talking out there last week about this Purdy thing, and if this works and he continues to play, I mean, you're basically seeing a version of Kurt Warner play out. Those stories don't happen very often in sports,
no.
you know.
He was really good going into his senior year, right?
He was, yeah. Then Iowa State didn't play well. He had some turnovers, and going into his season, when you talked about like the top 10 quarterbacks coming out, he was on that list and then fell way down draft boards. I can't remember if he got hurt or not.
You mean the great Matt Campbell couldn't make him into a high draft choice?
Oh, yeah. You mean the one where you thought we got the wrong Campbell?
Oh, yeah.
The one that didn't come here because...
I didn't say that.
The one who didn't come here because of the presence of Spielman. Wasn't that the report?
I don't know. Supposedly Spielman. Why? I don't know. And a lot of people in Ann Arbor wanted him to take over for Harbaugh.
Right.
Campbell everywhere. He's staying in Ames.
Always the hot ticket.
97-1 the ticket.
Hey, I've been telling you about my personal experiences over at First Merchants Bank. It's an award-winning community bank that is known across the Midwest for being welcoming and attentive to all their customers. And I know this to be true because every time I walk into one of their branches, they welcome me. They welcome me by name most of the times. Everybody there I see is recognizable because it's the same people and they love to help their customers. And since I became a customer, I've also found that First Merchants Bank genuinely cares deeply about everyone within the many communities it serves, reflecting a good community bank that's rooted in Midwestern values of delivering quality, attentive service. And I may be new to First Merchants Bank, but I know I can trust them to have my back now and in the future, and I'm excited to bank with them because they do all they can to help me and others prosper. So come join me as a customer at First Merchants Bank. They've been very attentive to my needs. I couldn't be happier, and I'm sure they're going to do the same thing for you. First Merchants Bank is a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Flame Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Overall, it's not a bad start to the morning drive. Just a few scattered things going on, including a minor accident blocking the right shoulder along 696 westbound at Van Dyke. Still have some slowdowns I-94 westbound from just after 14 Mile to 696. That's due to construction involving single lane closures through the end of the month. And around the Westland Garden City area, a crash is still working to clear Merriman southbound at Cherry Hill. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The latest news and information on the Big Ten on the 5 Star Zone podcast with Rico Beard. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Merry Christmas, Gary Borowski, President, Flame Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Electrical. Winter is here. Make sure your home heating system is safe. Flame now offers $99 furnace safety inspection only from Flame now until December 31. Flame since 1949. Flame, the greatest in the universe.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Lalonde Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. Buffalo was a Sunday winner and retained the top seed in the AFC. San Fran's Brock Purdy enjoyed a memorable first start, while Joe Burrow finally beat the Browns. Believe it or not, Jared Goff has Detroit back in the playoff picture, folks. Look at their schedule. J.K. Dobbins returned and carried Baltimore, and the Chargers upset Miami last night in a wild one. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghub.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-SCOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Dr. Trudy Fleer here with the 5G Home Recovery Podcast. Today's episode is inspired by those T-Mobile home internet speeds that are much slower than Xfinity's lickety-split speeds. Speeds that slow to a crawl can leave us feeling like we have to move faster to compensate. Wrong. We don't have to move faster. The internet does. Now you can move however you want. You want to move like a sloth? Do it. Be a sloth. A sloth with blazing fast Xfinity internet that you should have gotten in the first place. I hate to say I told you so, but, you know. Learn more at xfinity.com/TMOFacts.
Now through December 21st, new customers can get started with a special offer on 400 megabits per second internet. It's all just $55 a month with a 1-year rate guarantee. Or get $200 back when you upgrade to gig speed. Go to Xfinity.com/TMOFax, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum 2022 tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2022.
Get locked into You Better You Bet, presented by BetMGM, with Nick Costos and Ken Barkley on the BetQL network.
I still think it's Tampa, but I may be going down with the pirate ship on that.
But yeah, I mean, this might be a sinking pirate ship. I mean, who are you going to pick? The Niners? They don't have any players left. You're going to pick the Packers? Desperately need to trade for a wide receiver, and one just went to Arizona. Maybe the other one will go to Green Bay.
You Better You Bet, 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern from the BetQL network.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
2 Men and a Truck is the leader in all things moving and now can help with junk removal services. So whether you're looking to simplify your next move or just need help tackling that holiday cleaning project, go to 2menandatruck.com and get a quote today.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket is presented by BetQL. Smarter bets start with BetQL. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today.
The latest on your Detroit Lions. Download Necessary Roughness with TJ Lang and John Jansen today. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
485-399-9797. Good morning, Chris in Armada. What's up?
Not so much, boys. It's a good Monday when you have a Sunday like that.
Damn right.
My observation yesterday, I was at the game, and I'm so pumped up for J-Mo and very excited for what's in the future for him and things like that. But there's one thing that I kind of noticed, a couple things. You know, every sort of touchdown, he ran over and gave the ball, I'm assuming to somebody in his family, right? I never ever saw a celebration where the guy runs all the way down to the corners of the end zone. And I get it, it's his moment, shine, let it rip, you know, that's his first touchdown, it's great. But then the other thing I noticed is at the very end of the game, there was a little skirmish when Goff was shaking hands with the tight end. There was a little bit of a skirmish in the middle of the field, and J-Mo was involved in that. And I'm so happy to have him. I'm nervous. I don't want this guy to be a mouthpiece and get swallowed up by the bright lights and his name on the radio all the time. And I got to believe the coaching staff and everybody will kind of keep him grounded. But it's just, I noticed those two things yesterday, and I don't know, it just made me nervous. But it was a great day. I'm thrilled to be a Lions fan, and I don't know if you guys noticed any of that yesterday.
Chris, I didn't see anything after the game. I'm watching from home.
I was there. I didn't see anything either.
But in regards to his celebration,
it was bad, right?
He went to his dad, and he just spent a year recovering from an ACL injury. A lot of expectations, a lot of talk about this kid. A lot of hopes and dreams are resting on his performance, and for him to have that moment, I'm fine with him. If he wanted to take a lap around Ford Field, so be it. I don't care. It looked genuine.
Just one quick thing. I would have more of a problem this morning with the taunting.
Oh, yeah.
The taunting that actually got you a flag versus the way Jameson Williams was acting.
Yeah, no, I think my response showed you that I obviously had an issue with it. Like, I'm finding a job. That's what I would tell him this morning.
248-539-9797. Time for news. Here's Heather.
All right, you guys, I am here. My music's not. That's okay, right? So this is pretty cool. The world's best amphitheater can be found right here in Metro Detroit. So Pine Knob Music Theater has been named the top amphitheater in the entire world. Wow. That's awesome.
What's the criteria?
They looked at how much they earned. So, I mean, it was a big year for Pine Knob. They made $36.9 million in overall gross ticket sales. They had the big name change, right? They went from DTE back to the original Pine Knob, celebrating their 50th anniversary. So that's pretty cool. Plus, we also have two other theaters. Little Caesars, I guess not theaters, but Little Caesars Arena and Fox Theater were also also ranked in the top 15 in their respective categories. So the LCA ranked number 10 in the U.S. for top 200 arenas in gross ticket sales. They had $75.4 million. And then the Fox ranked number 15 in the country for the top 200 theaters with $24.8 million in gross ticket sales.
That's
pretty cool.
Really cool. Yes.
Very, very awesome. A Macomb County man has been fined about $5,000 after shooting at a nest of Cooper's hawks and killing 3 of them. They are protected birds. So this actually happened in June of this year. 65-year-old Arthur Anderson, he actually hired this utility company to come to his property and cut down several trees. Well, the workers did that, but they said they could not remove one of the trees because they found a nest of these hawks in the trees. And the man got very frustrated by this answer, so he went to into his house. He got a shotgun, and then he started firing at the nest of these birds. He killed 3 of them, and then after receiving an anonymous tip from the DNR's report all poaching hotline, they showed up at the guy's house. They spoke with him. They collected evidence at the scene. They seized his shotgun, and initially the man said, "I wasn't trying to kill these hawks. I was shooting at squirrels." But then he eventually did admit to what he did. And like I said, not only was he fined about $5,000, he has to have 6 months of probation, and his shotgun was also confiscated.
Good.
Yes. So it's that time of year where Christmas movies are playing, I know, at my house all the time. I started watching Christmas movies before Thanksgiving. Like when I started to set up the Christmas.
Oh, sure.
I have to have a Christmas movie playing while I set up the Christmas tree. Like that's the first weekend I start watching Christmas movies, and then I have a list of movies I have to watch because I have a list of favorites, which I'm going to ask you yours in a minute. But there's a new survey that found that the most popular Christmas movie here in Michigan is Home Alone, which I actually agree with.
That would be Teddy's. I've watched that one way too much in the last 2 weeks.
Teddy told me. He called me yesterday. He said, Stoney, Uncle Stoney, tell my dad stop to watch it Home Alone. I'm sick of it.
I love Home Alone.
It's a great one.
I think that's up there with my number 1. On this ranking, The Polar Express was number 2, followed by Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Where's Die Hard? Just kidding.
Number 1 in the Jansen house.
You did I was just going to say to John, you did an Polar Express.
Polar Express, yeah. I love Tom Hanks, and the story is great, but I don't like the cartoon people that look like real people.
Okay, I get that.
It's just kind of creepy.
You think the story's good?
Sure.
I think Brian Hank's a little annoying in it at times.
It just, the whole, it looks like Tom Hanks, but it's a cartoon. And it's just a little creepy.
The Polar Express was made at a strange time for animation. A little bit of a weird time.
Yeah,
But it is a good movie. It's a movie that I always watch this time of year. It's not in my top favorite Christmas movies, but it's a good one. So what is your favorite Christmas movie?
It would have to be Christmas Vacation.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
I still
You saw when it came out, the original.
And number 2 is Miracle on 34th Street.
Exactly.
He still got the ticket stub.
Christmas Vacation's right up there.
The original that none of us know about. On 8-track.
Yes, exactly. All right. Thank you very much.
High five, Super 8, whatever it is.
DJ Lang will join us at 8 o'clock. Coming up next, more of the Lions. Are you guys, usually, if the Lions lose, the phones are going crazy. We have a good football team, and steal something from the afternoon show? 97 on the ticket.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Sports headlines. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
We're brought to you
by Michigan Air Restoration. Don't look now. Both the Detroit Lions are 6-7. They've won 5 of 6. One of the hottest teams in the NFL. They beat the 10-2 Minnesota Vikings yesterday at Ford Field, 34-23. In a game you heard right here, a 97-1 the ticket. Jared Goff going for 2 long touchdown passes. One each to Jameson Williams and DJ Sharp, in addition to 330 yards through the air. Lions defense holding Vikings running back Dalvin Cook to just 23 yards on 15 carries. Lions visit the 7-6 Jets on Sunday. Jets losing to the Bills 20-12. Jets Lions rated as even next week. Pistons now 7-22, losing at home to the Lakers 124-117. This despite a season-high 38 from Bogdanovich. LeBron James with 35 for the Lakers in losing effort. At the Ticket Update desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
248-539-9797. The Lions win again. 6 out of 7. Playing some really good football right now. And we believe, they can still get in if they win 3 out of 4, but it's going to need a lot of help. If they win out, that's how they'll get into the playoffs. No, they still could possibly not get in if they win out, but they're going to need to win out, and it ain't going to be easy. The Jets and Carolina on the road are not easy places to play. I mean, Carolina went on the road and beat Seattle yesterday, and they're doing it with Sam Darnold. All right. 248-539-9797 is the telephone number, the ticket text. Here we go. The sauce on this whole enchilada is the offensive line. And the Lions keep these guys together because Goff had all freaking day to pass.
Yeah.
Well, you got Ragnow line, he's locked up for a while.
Decker's locked up. Penny Sewell's only in his second year. Jonah Jackson's, year 3? Yep. So he's looking at, because he wasn't a first rounder, so last year of his contract is coming up next year.
Right.
So look for him to be redone in the offseason.
They'll probably draft an offensive lineman later in the draft.
Well, what?
I don't know if you can redo him. You do have to think that out. I could see Jonah Jackson, especially if this team takes a step next year, make the playoffs, as being highly paid, overpaid from a different team.
Yeah, that's possible.
Then that's fine. You move on from them.
Right.
Yeah. You can't keep everybody.
No, you can't. And that's fine. I'd be fine with that. Then look at
the
third round somewhere in there, or go into free agency.
Right. A Sewell extension coming for sure.
Right. The decision will have to be like next year. Would it be you extend Jackson and give him the money, and you let Decker go because of the age? So that would be the only question. That's after next year.
Decker's not that old.
I know.
And you hear what we played earlier about him.
I know.
He's showing leadership.
Right.
He's taking on SOL, I think, to a degree.
Yes.
And he's got a little cocky confidence that I think is needed on successful teams. So, to me, the next 3 years, Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow, and Penei Sewell should all be the 3 priorities on the line. And after that, whatever happens, happens. You can't have everything. You can't pay everybody.
No, and I would rather fill in with talent, but it doesn't have to be top-end talent at your guard position.
Here's some more ticket text before we're going to call. The going-to-work Lions. The Lions were plus 585 to make the playoffs last week. Now they're only plus 270. They play nothing but scrubs to close the season out. The Lions' offense keeps getting better. Why are you scared, bro? Nobody's scared. The Jets on the road, Carolina on the road. I said it's not going to be easy.
Well,
that's all I said.
You did declare that the Giants are done.
I said the Giants are done.
Yeah. Well, that's one obstacle in their way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If they beat the Jets next week, I think they will finish 10-7. Somebody else says that. Stoney complaining about the wave. Gov complaining about made kicks, the tail a little left. So this is what it's like to be a fan of a good team on Monday.
We said what bothers us. I mean, if you can pick one thing.
Right.
I don't know how much
Let it go. Enjoy the moment.
We are. It's
I have said on these airways, not this directly, but I am fully confident in ownership of the Detroit Lions right now. I don't know how bigger of a picture thing somebody can say positive.
And I said if there's anything that might be a little negative about yesterday.
Too much to the left.
Every single kid. Hey, Hook. I told you guys in the break his nickname should be the Hooker.
Yeah. Instead of the money badger. And all I said was the only little thing, if you wanted to be nitpicky and complain about, would be the fact that fans should not be doing the wave when the Lions.
And all I said is let them celebrate.
You shouldn't do the wave when you have the ball.
The older the Lion fan, the more likely they are to say something a little slightly negative. And it's happened in this room this morning.
Get off
I am older than you,
Stoney. Relax, old man. Take your Metamucil and calm down. Pretty relaxed about it, actually.
No, there's Lions fans sitting. That's why I gave them the excuse for doing the wave for now.
Right.
But lesson learned going forward, you don't do the wave when you have the ball.
Right.
But they don't know what to do in there because they haven't been in this situation. It's a whole generation.
Act like you've been here. We haven't.
When the, as John would call them, the smartest position group on the field is begging for the fans to shut up, that basically says something to me.
Well, they actually think it's starting with them going up.
As they're flying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tom and Wyandotte, you're a 97 on the ticket.
Hey, Tony, I wanted to touch on a couple things. I got a question for John, and you touched on Spielman, and I think you're right. And he beat his brother yesterday.
His brother doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah, his brother was relieved of duty last year.
Okay, sorry about that, but I think when they brought him on, it's like one of those intangibles. The man lives and breathes football, and they're taking on his persona, and I think him and Campbell work well together.
I think having him in the building and having that attitude of it is win and nothing else is acceptable is certainly, that's part of the mindset of the Detroit Lions right now. It's Dan Campbell's mindset. It's all a